Do you know there are more than one pathways towards becoming a registered nurse in the UK? In this video, I'm going to be presenting and sharing with you 4 pathways you can use so that you can come into the UK and practice as a registered nurse. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help you transition into the UK to be as smooth as possible. I talk about settling down, studying and working in the UK, US, Canada. If any of these things interest you, please subscribe to this channel. Hit on the notification bell so that anytime I release a new video, you'll be alerted on the new video and you'll be able to watch and benefit from any information I share here. So without wasting time, let's get into this video. I'm going to be sharing 4 pathways you can use to come into the UK and practice as a registered nurse. The first one is coming to pursue a Bachelors of Science in Nursing. Just know that there are 4 categories here. You have your child nursing, mental health nursing, adult nursing, and learning disability nursing. Therefore, you can choose any of these areas if you are passionate in them and then apply for a bachelor's. And remember that nursing degree in the UK is for 3 years. Just be prepared to pay for tuition for 3 years. And it's not easy. If your parents can afford it, it's a very good option to follow. You just remember also that you are only allowed to work for 20 hours in a week. You should not exceed it during term time. But when it is holiday, you can work for many hours in a week. So just something you have to consider. If your parents can afford it and you have a sponsor, maybe an uncle and aunt that can do it for you, why not? You can always come in. But the more affordable option is going to be to pursue a nursing degree in your home country and then come in. And this leads me to the second option, which is when you come into the UK as a registered nurse, and there's a process for that. Now, the first thing is you get your international passport, and then after that, you should register to write your IELTS and OET. It's just for you to know that for IELTS, it has 4 exams: listening, writing, reading, and speaking. And you can score 6.5 in your writing and it's okay. But for listening, reading, and speaking, you should score a minimum of 7. It's the same for OET. You have to score a minimum of C+ in your writing. But for others, the minimum is B. Now, before you write that, you can always go to the NMC website. That's NMC UK. It's very easy. Just Google it. And when you go there, the next thing you're going to do is you create an account and follow the instructions there. They might ask you for the data page of international passport. You provide that. They might ask you for your nursing certificate. You upload that, and they might ask you for other things. So there is a procedure there. Just know that your IELTS and your OET must not have been achieved by this time. It's very important that you write to the Nursing and Midwifery Council of your country and ask them for a letter of good standing, so they will be able to perform a verification on your nursing certificate and your nursing pin. So there is a procedure for each country. You do that, and when you must have completed that, then when they provide you with that verification, you can now upload it and make sure you write your CBT. When you must have completed all the procedures on the NMC website, then you can get your PIN. You can then look for a job, get certificate of self-sponsorship from a hospital, maybe an NHS hospital or a care home, and then you can apply for visa and come into the UK and practice as a nurse. That is the procedure if you're a nurse in your home country. So if you are someone that wants to come into the UK as a nurse, and maybe you're thinking, should I go to School of Nursing or the BSc route? Just know that both are accepted. It's just that you have to write a series of exams that you should pass before you come into the UK as a registered nurse, and they'll give you a PIN. However, it's also very important that you should know that if you want to write an NCLEX, that's NCLEX to go to the US, NCLEX is the exam that every licensed nurse should have if they want to be a practicing nurse in the US. So if you want to go to the US as a practicing nurse, it is NCLEX that you write. And to write NCLEX RN, which is registered nurse, you should have a bachelor's or an associate degree in nursing for you to be able to qualify to write NCLEX. So you have to read more about that. The third pathway you can use to become a registered nurse in the UK is through Masters in Pre-Registration Nursing. To achieve that, you must not have a bachelor's in nursing to achieve this. In fact, my friend right now is in the UK. She's pursuing her Masters in Pre-Registration Nursing. You have to know that some of these universities have a portfolio that they will have to create for you to see the transferable skills you have to offer. So you have a BSc in another field. It might be engineering, it might be microbiology, it might be something else, but they would have to show that there are some of the aspects you have worked in. Maybe if you have worked for a couple of years after graduating from school, that relates to nursing, and you should have worked as a volunteer in a hospital where you're picking up some of those skills that are needed, just prerequisite to be able to move you to the next level. This lasts for 2 years, and in 2 years after completing your master's, you can have the license to practice as a registered nurse in the UK. So this is an option you can explore, but just remember, like I said, it's just for 2 years. You would have to pay your tuition for the first year and also pay the tuition for the second year. So another thing you have to understand is that IELTS is not needed by all universities that offer this admission. Therefore, you can decide to pursue admissions in the universities that don't require IELTS to be able to offer you admission in Masters in Pre-Registration Nursing. Examples of such universities include University of Salford, Huddersfield University, Manchester Metropolitan University. This is not a sponsored video, just something you have to know. There might be other universities out there. You can just try and explore and see how it best suits you. And the last option that I'm going to share here, if you have any other routes that you know, please put it in the comment box so that other people will benefit and share and learn from it. The next option I'm going to share with you is coming in through the care worker routes or nursing assistant routes or domiciliary care, home carer, senior carer routes. This is an option that people have explored. You know that IELTS is very difficult for some people. Some people have challenges. They've written it for 4 times. I've seen people, 5 times if possible, and they find it very difficult to hit that threshold, that minimum requirement. And because of that, they've decided that they want to come in as a carer. I have shared here on a guideline on how you can go about getting a job as a carer in the UK. The ultimate guide to getting a care job. Just go and listen to that video. I shared on that one how you can get a care job without spending any money. We just watch those 2 videos, follow the guidelines there, and if you're a nurse, apply. But it's always good for you to keep the ball rolling before you come in. Just have your account on NMC UK website, verify your nursing certificates and everything. Just get a letter of good standing from your Nursing and Midwifery Council organization body in your home country. You might have written OET. Some people say OET is easier to pass. Then you must have maybe written IELTS, or maybe you could not pass, but once you come into the UK, you can work towards trying to pass that IELTS, and then write your CBT, and you're good to go. Once you have been verified, you can switch from being a senior carer or a care assistant or a domiciliary carer to a full-time registered nurse in the UK. This is one option or one route that people have used, and it has helped many people. Some people are still on that pathway right now. Now, nursing is still on high demand in the UK because the UK values healthcare, and there is that shortage that still exists. And if you feel that this is something you want to explore, then go ahead. If you just want to go to school and maybe study for nursing for 3 years and then come out and then pursue this option or the endless option that takes you to Canada and the US, why not? It's a good investment to pursue it. I think it's always going to be there, because when it comes to healthcare, most developed countries value it so well. So if you feel that there's something else you need to add, maybe there's a pathway that you have not included here that you know of, please write it in the comment box. Write it in the comment box, and I'm going to share it with you, step-by-step process. I'm going to put the link. My friend released that step-by-step process, Viviensvoice. If you have not checked her out, go and check out her YouTube and check out her blog. I'm going to put the link in the description box for you to have access to the step-by-step process you can use to come into the UK as a nurse if you're a Nigerian. So I'm so sorry, guys, I don't have that for Philippines and people in Ghana or Zimbabwe, but by His grace, one of these days I'll be able to gather that for those people in India and be able to provide such links to you, so that you know that this is well vetted. I am sure of this pathway. I know that people have used this pathway and it will surely work for you. So please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye. Thank you so much.